This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so as I mentioned during the last session, we will now start working on the next methods of billing the consumer. We are going to discuss the budget billing process. Budget billing process. Now, in budget billing process, we need to understand certain terminology. First, the budget billing itself. What is budget billing? As the name itself indicates, we are billing or invoicing the consumer with the budgeted amount, which is basically estimated amount. So budgeted amount is estimated amount. So we are going to basically invoice the consumer with not with the actual metering based amount, but rather estimated amount or the budget amount. And this amount is basically calculated based on certain historical basis. That means we come to conclusion this is what could be the consumption for so and so period, and for that consumption what would be the amount, and then accordingly we collect it over period of time in equal amounts. So basically budget billing amount, BB amount. What is budget billing amount? The amount that is calculated, equal number of amounts, equal amounts over period of time, over a period of time. That means we have certain budget billing period. During that period, every period we are going to collect equal amounts spread over a particular budget billing period. Okay, so the budget billing period, we are going to define what is budget billing period. The period is basically like monthly, bi-monthly, once in 2 months, once in 3 months, once in 4 months, once in 6 months. Okay, the periods during which no metering and billing, but the budget billing, but the budget billing will happen. That means in a year, if you take yearly budget billing, we will have 11, possibly 11 monthly budget billing periods, or if you're going to have bi-monthly 5 budget billing periods, or if you're having once in 3 months, then 3 budget billing periods. So basically, the periods in which you do invoicing to the consumer for a fixed amount. Okay, let's say budget billing period is 1 year, budget billing cycle is monthly. So monthly you're going to do budget billing for 11 months and at a price of 7,000 rupees. This amount is calculated and stored in a budget billing plan. Okay. So next definition is BB plan. Budget billing plan contains the amounts which have been calculated, So it is a plan which is acting as a source for the amount. Okay. Because you are not going to do meter reading every month or every period, and there is no multiplication with the actual quantity and the price. Rather, an amount has been calculated for the number of periods, and that amounts are stored in the plan document. So there will be a budget billing plan document, and from the plan document, the equal amounts are spread over a period of time, and all these periods you are going to invoice a consumer with the fixed amount. That is nothing but the budget billing plan amount. Okay. Now, basically, what are the main uh, prerequisites for budget billing to happen? Suppose you're going to start budget billing from any particular month, okay, or period, you can say, okay. Previous period, we should have done the metering and billing, okay. That means budget billing can only start if the previous period we have done the actual metering, billing, and invoicing, okay. Like we cannot start straight away budget billing after the move-in, okay. Let's say move-in happens, and then after that, the first month metering billing has to happen. Subsequently, from next month onwards, if you want, budget billing can start. or at any given point of time, okay, the consumer wants to switch over to the budget billing. That means in the existing month, we are doing the metering and billing, invoicing. From the next month or the next period, we start doing the budget billing. So one of the important prerequisites is the budget billing can start in a period only the previous period if the previous period has meter reading and billing and the budget billing itself will stop with again meter reading and billing. Okay, the concludes budget billing concludes again with meter reading and billing, the MRN billing. Let's say, for example, we have got a contract for a business partner for whom we are doing regular consumption billing, or after the move-in, we have done the consumption billing. Let us say last month move-in happened, that is in the December 2019, the consumer has moved in and we have done the regular consumption billing. But from this month onwards, we want to start the budget billing. Okay, that means previous month you should have done the metering and billing. So from January onwards, 2020 onwards, the budget billing will start. It's a monthly budget billing, so there will be 11 budget billing periods. Till November 2020, we will do BB, budget billing, with the fixed amounts. And again, in December 2020, there will be meter reading. That means we are doing meter reading once in a year. December 2019, we had the meter reading and billing. And from January to November, we are not doing meter reading and billing. We are invoicing the consumer with the fixed amount that has been calculated in a budget billing plan document. And then it concludes with the meter reading and billing again in the month of December 2020. Again, the new budget billing will start from January 2021. So like this, it can continue. Okay. So basically, budget billing starts with the previous period being meter reading and billing and concludes with the meter reading and billing. Again, the new period will start. Now, budget billing, in order to happen, what are the prerequisites? One is the meter reading part I have heard. The second important part is the contract account. In the contract account, you have to maintain the budget billing procedure. What is the method of budget billing we are going to apply? In the contract account, you have a field in the basic screen where we can select the budget billing procedure. There are 4 possibilities: 0, 1, 2, 3. We have assigned a string 0, 1, 2, 3 to group company code, to which our company code has been assigned. That means there are 4 possibilities in the contract account. If you maintain 0, then there is no budget billing. So if you maintain 0 in a contract account, we cannot do budget billing. So either it has to be 1 or 2 or 3. Okay. If you select 1, it is called statistical budget billing. 2 means partial budget billing, and 3 means payment plan. So depending on the method what you're using, accordingly, system will control the process. So 1 is the statistical, 2 is the partial budget billing, and 3 is the payment plan. Although all the 3 have the same purpose, that means you are invoicing the consumer with the fixed amount, but there are some differences in accounting. But truly speaking, partial budget billing and statistical budget billing are the actual budget billing procedure. 3 is not a budget billing actually. It is following the guidelines of the budget billing, but it is also involving meter reading and billing and invoicing. So it is a hybrid version of the consumption billing, what we do otherwise, and then also the budget billing guidelines, BB guidelines, BB plan or BB. So here we don't have budget billing plan. We will have something called payment plan. Okay. So we will see how it will work. So otherwise, strictly speaking, when you say budget billing, we expect that in that period we have no metering and billing, but rather in the case of payment plan, that will also happen. But we are invoicing the consumer again with the fixed amount. That amount is coming from the payment plan. So we will see how it will work out in the system. But the one of the prerequisite is your contract account should be enabled for one of the budget billing procedure. The third important prerequisite is portion should allow a budget billing cycle. Portion should allow budget billing cycle, which is derived from parameter record, which is derived from the parameter record. So the parameter record is the one which enables to select the budget billing cycles, and then we have to select a budget billing cycle which is not 00. In the parameter record, there is one default budget billing period as 00, which means no budget billing. But we must have either monthly or bi-monthly or once in 3 months. That option should be selected. If that is not selected, then you cannot do budget billing. That means both of these are important prerequisite. First of all, two important constraints or the prerequisites. The contract account should be enabled for the budget billing, and the second is the portion should allow the budget billing cycle. Okay, so these are the two important prerequisites. Now, first we will work out with the partial budget billing, then we'll do the statistical. Now, let us have one contract account wherein we will permit the budget billing to happen. That is the first prerequisite. So first we'll finish the application side data. Then we will see what are the customizations we have to do. So go to contract account. We'll create one new contract account for the same BP, and then we'll maintain the required budget billing procedure. CAA2. We will find out the contract account, what we have prepared earlier. Our company code group is 6000. So 5301 is a business partner contract account. 261 is the business partner. So 261 is the BP and 5301 is the contract account. So we will create one new contract account, CAA1, business partner 261, contract account category 60, and 5301 is the reference contract account. So payment and taxes, Dunning and correspondence, and payment method we are taking immediately. Now here we have got a budget billing procedure. So far we have maintained 0, but now we will select 2, partial bill procedure for the budget billing amounts. Okay, so this is what we have to select, 2 here, and then save it. So this is the first prerequisite. Second prerequisite is design a portion which allows meter reading and billing in previous month, and then from current month, BB starts. That means we cannot do historical. Okay, like consumption billing, we are able to do historical billings also, but you cannot do historical billings. Retrospective effect, you cannot do budget billing. It has to start either from the current month or any period from the current month. Okay, so let us try with the current month. That means for a given contract account, we want to do budget billing from this month onward, that is January 2020. That means previous month you should have done the metering and billing. Again, it should allow budget metering to happen only once in a period. Okay, that means if you have done the metering in January 2020, the next December 2020, December 2019, you have done the metering, and January onwards it will start with the budget billing. The next metering should happen again only in December 2020. So we'll have to create one new portion which has got the first billing done in the December 2019, And period of meter reading is going to be 12 months. Earlier you maintained 1 month, but now you have to maintain 12 months. And as you know, when you create a portion, we have to enter the parameter record. Let us see whether our existing parameter record will be able to help us. If required, we can use it. Otherwise, you can create a new one. So first we will go to parameter record, go to scheduling, parameter record, create change display. Let us display the existing standard parameter record. So SAP has given parameter record 0001. This should be able to help us because, okay, the first budget billing is 20 actually today. So I can make a change here if we require change. Let me make it as 25. So I can make use of it. Now, what is this parameter record? In the parameter record, you can see there are three important columns here. In the first column, what are the allowed budget billing cycle? Okay, that means what are the periods in which you can do budget billing. If it is 00, no budget billing amounts are charged. That means when you create a portion, we can include the parameter record. If you include the parameter record 0001, these are the options we get in the portion. So in the portion, if you select 00, no budget billing. That means even though contract account is enabled for the budget billing, we cannot do budget billing because the portion does not allow any budget billing. So we have to select one of these. So 01, budget billing amounts are charged at a monthly interval. That means every month you are going to do invoice with a fixed amount. 02, budget billing amounts are charged at the 2 monthly interval. That means the invoices will happen once in 2 months, not monthly, once in 2 months. Like that here, once in 3 months. That means you can control how many invoices you're going to create during the period. Is it monthly, bi-monthly, once in 3 months, once in 4 months? That is controlled by the budget billing cycle. Now, months interval up to the first budget billing, okay? Now, if you select the monthly budget billing, that means December 2019, you have done the meter reading. So what is the exact number of months difference between the first budget billing and the previous meter reading? If it is monthly, then the first period of billing will be in January 2020 because we are giving exactly monthly budget billing. So 1 month difference only is possible. That means December 2019, you have done the meter reading, 1 month difference. So the first budget billing will happen in January, then February, then December, like that. Okay. But suppose if it is bi-monthly, then we have got two options. What is the interval between the previous mid-trading billing and the first budget billing invoice? If it is bi-monthly, that means in December 2019, you have done the mid-trading. The first budget billing can happen in either January 2020 or it can happen in February 2020 because we are giving bi-monthly. So if you select months interval as 1, that means December 2019 you have done the mid-reading. The first budget billing will happen in January 2020, then in March, then in May, then July, like that. Okay. Or it can start in the February, then second is April, then June, like that. That means what is the difference of months between the mid-reading and the first budget billing? So in the case of monthly, it has to be exactly 1 month only the difference. December 2019, you have done the mid-reading. Because the interval is exactly 1 month, it's going to be January 2020. So you can control what are the months difference between the previous mid-reading and the first month of invoice preparation. So if it is monthly, it is going to be exactly 1. But if it is bi-monthly, we have option either 1 or 2. If you maintain 1, then the first budget billing will happen in January, nothing in February, then March, nothing in April, then maybe May, like that. Okay. Then what is the date on which budget billing invoices should be created? That means we fix a particular date on or before the invoice will be prepared. That means the due date for the amount collection is 25th. That means Because we are not doing any meter reading during the budget billing, what is the due date by which the amount should be collected? So that is maintained as 25th. That means if I do the budget billing invoice in the month of January 2020, the due date will be 25th of January. If the billing does not happen, if the invoice is not prepared by 25th, then you cannot prepare it. It will go to the next month. That means some changes will happen. That means we have to bill it on or before 25th. That's the basic thing. Because we are on 20th, it is possible for us to do the billing with the due date as 25th. So this is the parameter record. So now we will create one new portion. Go to the portion. Let us say 60-2 portion with BB, portion with budget billing. Parameter record is 0001. The first end billing will happen on 30th of January, 30th of February 2019. That is the previous month. So the end billing date is 30th of December 2019, or we can make it as 31st 01 2019. Allocation date is 31st 01 2019. Scheduled billing date 30/01 2019. That means our metering schedule date is 30th. So metering can happen on 30th or 31st, but the end billing date is 30th, 31st. Now number of months here you have to select 12. Previously, when you created the portion, we maintained monthly. Okay, that means our metering will happen here between 12 months. That means if you have done the first metering on 30th of December 2019, the next metering will happen after 12 months. That is on 30th of December 2020 with a gap of 12 months. And then here we have to select what is the allowed budget billing cycle. So this is the second prerequisite. We have to select here anything other than 00. So I'm selecting 01. That means monthly budget billing cycle. So 01 is the budget billing cycle. 11 budget billing amounts will be used. Okay. That means we are going to have 11 amounts calculated in the budget billing plan. So now we will save the portion. Based on this portion, we will create now one MR unit. Go to MR unit, create 60-2-1 MRU with budget billing. And the portion we are using is 60-2. So as you can see, it is allowing only one metering in the year 2019. So when you maintain the budget, when you maintain the scheduled records for the year 2019-2021, it will have December of that year used for the metering. Now we will enter the metering form and then save it. Now we will create the scheduled records. Go to create the scheduled records, create. So first we can create the portion. So it is starting from 01/01 2019 up to, let's say, 23. That means 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, or you can say 22. 4 metering dates will be decided, one in each year, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So enter. So generate the records. So 4 scheduled records are created for each year. Likewise, we'll create for portion. So select the MR unit and then generate. 4 scheduled records are created. Portion also 4 scheduled records are created. Okay. So now if you go to display and if you select MR unit and then see, it is saying the first metering will happen 30th of January 2019. Second will happen on 30th of January 2020, 21, 22. That means once in a year we are going to do metering. So we are going to maintain this in our installation when we when the installation will be created. So our MR unit is 60-2-1. This is the MR unit we are going to use. Now let us see what are the customizations you have to do in configuration, and then we will create one new installation and then maintain MR unit, move in. We will do backdated move in December 2019, so we can do metering and billing. And then once it is done, in January, we will create the budget billing invoice. So there are basically two sets of customization. First customization is the invoicing, wherein you have to declare a document type with the number range and assign the document type to the company code with the print reason. Okay. So first we'll go to invoicing, select utilities, and then go to invoicing, invoice processing, define the document types for print documents. So document type is BB, budget billing amounts. Okay. So I can use the same document type for partial budget billing, statistical budget billing, or if you want, you can have a document type for partial budget billing and a separate document type for the statistical budget billing. Now we are maintaining the number range here 01 for the single invoice, but if you're doing mass processing, then you must have a separate number range R1. That means for several contract accounts which are coming under budget billing, at a time I'm preparing the invoice. In that case, the number range will be R1. But if you're doing specifically a budget billing invoice for a single contract account, the number range is 01 and document type is BB. Now you have to assign this particular document type to our company code with the print reason. So go to allocate document types to print documents, select the new entry. Creation reason is partial budget billing. Select the partial budget billing, print partial budget bill. Company code is 6000 and document type is BB. Enter and then save it. Now when invoice is prepared, the FICA document is posted. Okay. So the method of posting the invoice in budget billing, it will work out very similar to consumption billing. In consumption billing, what we're doing meter reading, we are doing consumption billing, we are preparing invoice, and invoice is posted to FICA with the main transaction 0100 and the sub transaction 0021 and 0011. But in the case of partial budget billing, our main transaction is 0051 and it has got sub transaction 0120 and 0110. But unless you assign this main transaction sub transaction to our company code with the division, we cannot use them. But we have already done this assignment previously itself. Before creating the rate, we had already maintained the assignment of 0100 main transaction and also 0051. Because in the rate, if you see, when you maintain quantity 01, there were 4 columns. What are the 4 columns? One is a debit sub transaction, one is a credit sub transaction, then budget billing debit sub transaction and budget billing credit sub transaction. So there we maintain 021, 0021, 0011, and then here it is 0120 and 0110. So unless you assign the main transaction sub transaction to company code and division, we cannot create a rate. So as far as the partial budget billing is concerned, we have already assigned the main transaction sub transaction to company code and division. So let us see what assignment we have done, and then accordingly we have to maintain the account determination. So here we have to maintain again account determination for the main transaction and for the sub transaction. So the methodology of accounting in the FICA will be the same like we have done in consumption billing. But when you do statistical budget billing, there will be completely altogether a different approach. Okay. So between partial budget billing and statistical budget billing, there's a difference. The statistical is entirely different way it is going to handle the FICA document. But as far as the partial budget billing is concerned, the nature of posting and behavior will look similar to consumption billing. So now we will go to the financial accounting new, go to contract accounts receivable and payable, and then basic functions, and then go to postings and documents, and then document, maintain document assignments, define document types, define the main transaction. So here we have got main transaction application area R 0051. This is budget billing partial bill. Now it has got three sub transactions. If you select application area R 0051, a blank sub transaction, this is for the plan creation. Budget billing plan document is also a FICA document, okay? But there is no sub transaction for that, only main transaction. And for regular invoices what to prepare when the posting will happen, 0051 sub transaction 120 for debit, 110 for the credit. Okay, so basically altogether there are three sub transactions which are assigned over here, and these are assigned to our company code and the division. So we have already maintained it. We can select here maintain transactions for billing, select the company code 6000. Our company code is 6000. Division is going to be 60. Enter. So you can see 0051, 0051, 110, 120. 120 sub transaction is a debit entry. It's a debit entry to contract account, and 110 is the credit to contract account. And then budget billing plan, it is actually mentioned as credit, but this is like a plan document. There's no posting going to happen to any GL account. Only thing, a bill, basically a plan document is going to be prepared. So there's no account determination here. Okay. So basically this is for the main transaction 0051, 0051. Internal main transaction is 0051. So this assignment is already done. We have to now maintain the account determination. So go to main transaction. So define the account assignment for automatic posting. Go to automatic GL account determination, and then ISU define account assignment data relevant to main transaction. Our chart of account is INT. We can find out what is the GL account they have used for the model company code 0001. Because our company code is similar to 0001 because we are using the same chart of account. So if you can find out what is the GL account they are using for the similar scenario, we can use the same GL account because the same GL account is available in our company code. So 0001 and then 01 is a division, 01 ID, and then 0051. So GL account is 1,40,30. We have to first check whether this GL account is there in our company code. It will be there. Otherwise, you have to maintain. So go to FS00 and then check whether GL account exists. So it is already existing. Customers domestic receivable. Of course, the definition is maintained in Germany. It's for the budget billing. So we can select the particular GL account 1,40,30. Create a new entry. Our company code is 6000, division 60. ID for account determination is 60, and then main transaction 0051. Enter the GL account and then save it. Then we go to sub transaction. Sub transaction energy account, we already know the GL account 8,520,000. We can use the same thing. Go to ISU define account assignment data relevant to transactions. Select the new entry. Company code is 6000, division 60, ID 60, main transaction 0051 and 0120 sub transaction. GL account is 8,520 and our tax determination code is 61, and then save it. Same line will maintain for 110, copy, everything remaining same. It is going to be 0110 and then save it. So the nature of posting or the account determination part is very similar to consumption billing. That means in the case of partial budget billing, we are going to prepare an invoice. Just like in consumption billing, the amount of the invoice will be debited to contract account, and thereby a reconciliation account is also determined. Then it will determine the GL account for the sub transaction, and then tax account will be determined. So tax amount is very much part of the calculation, and in the invoice we are giving what is the budget billing amount including the tax. Okay, because here invoice when you prepare, we are not going to calculate like consumption billing what is the energy amount then the tax. Okay, here the budget billing amount is already including with the tax. Okay, so when the invoice is prepared and sent to customer, we say you have to pay every month, let's say 7,000 rupees, which is inclusive of tax at so and so so. But when the posting will happen to FICA, it will separate out what is the net amount and the tax. That means the amount is already inclusive of tax. So it will find out what is the net value and the tax, so that tax can be paid to the government. Okay. So one difference between the consumption billing invoice and budget billing invoice is in the case of partial budget billing. In the regular consumption billing, we are calculating energy amounts in the billing document. When you prepare the invoice, you are adding the tax. So when you prepare the invoice and print the invoice to consumer, it will show this is the amount what you have to pay, which is inclusive of net energy price so and so, tax amount is so and so, hence the total amount. But in the case of budget billing invoice, the amount is already inclusive of tax. So we are mentioning to the customer this amount is already inclusive of tax. But while posting, we have to post with the net amount and the tax. System will automatically calculate what is the amount for the tax. The split will happen when you post the invoice. So we will see that. So we have maintained the necessary customization over here. Okay. Now, as far as our this thing is concerned, we have got a new contract account, and then we have got a new MR unit. So CAA2 5401 is our new contract account where we have maintained budget billing procedure as partial. So when you prepare the move-in, our contract account will be 5401. Contract account CA is 5401, and in the installation, our MR unit will be 60-2-1. Now we will prepare one new installation. For that, we will see what is the existing premise and the device. So we'll find out, we'll create one new premise and use one new device. Go to ES31. We will find out existing installation for the division 60. 223 is the installation for which we have got premise as 179. Existing premise is 179. And what is the device we are using? The material of the device, what we are using is 241. Okay. That's the device category. So device category or material is 241. 241 is the material. So you can find out what is the new device available for this particular material, 241. So first we will create one new portion, technical master data, select the premise and then create. Our reference premise is 179. So new premise is 202. New premise 202. And then what is the new device? Go to IQ09 and our material is 241. Find out a device which is available with the status AVLB. Execute. We have got 896 as the serial number, effectively available from the 1st of October 2018. So 896 is our device number. So let us create one new installation with the premise as 202, and after preparing the installation we will do device installation. So our new premise is going to be 202. So go to create new installation 01/01/2019 division 60, and we will copy the installation maintained for division 60, change the premise to 202, and our MR unit will change here. It is going to be 60-2-1. That's our MR unit what you're using, and then save it. So same rate category, same billing class, means same schema and the same rate. Okay, that means whatever rate we are using for consumption billing, same rate will also calculate here the consumption energy amount for the meter reading period and the budget billing amounts for the budget billing period. Okay, so how the amount should be calculated for the budget billing period, we will see. So we have created installation 229. So the new installation is 229. For this installation, we will assign the new meter 896. 896 is the device. So go to device management, device installation, full. New device is 896, activity date 01/01/2019, installation here is 229. Our device location 90, activity reason 01, installation extension. Now initial meter reading at the time of device installation 0. Now this periodic consumption is very important here because we don't have much of the historical consumption. Okay, that means after the move-in, first month you're doing the meter reading and billing, and straight away in January we start doing the budget billing. So there's no historical billing value. So how will the system calculate the budget billing amounts? Suppose there is a consumer who is already having consumption billing for the last 12 months. So you got 12 months of historical consumption data and billing values. Then system can use that data to prepare the budget billing amount for the budget billing period. Since you don't have, it will use this particular figure what you maintain here, the basis for calculating the amounts for the budget billing period. Okay, so let us say it is going to be 700 units per 30 days, enter, and our rate type is Z600, and then save it. So we have done the device 896 has been prepared, installed. Now we will do moving. Now moving we will do in December 1st, 2019, so that we can perform the regular consumption billing in the month of December 2019, and from January onwards we can start doing the budget billing. Okay, so first we'll go to prepare the moving document EC50E. We will take 01 and then 12/2019, and the contract account what you're using is 5401, and the new installation for which you're doing the moving, it is going to be 241. Okay, 242, we'll find out. So 229 I think. So select the installation for the division 60. So the last one 229 is the installation, and then continue. Installation is confirmed. Now, one immediate thing you will notice here is in the moving document on the top, you can see there is one tab called budget billing plan. Okay. So this budget billing plan tab will appear in this particular case, but when you are doing the regular consumption billing, we are not getting this particular tab. Okay. So what is the significance of this tab? It says if you are going to allow the budget billing to start for the consumer straight away, then while doing the move-in itself, it can prepare the budget billing plan. That means it will check what is the first date of meter reading after the move-in. We are doing the move-in in December 2019. So the first meter reading will happen on the 30th of December 2019. So for the period starting from 31st of December 2019, it will calculate the budget billing plan till the next meter reading, again, which is going to be 30th of December 2020. Okay. That means system can prepare the plan in the moving document if you want. It is an option. Okay. If you don't want it, then you need not select that option. So we will do the move-in, then do the mid-reading, billing, invoicing. That time system will automatically calculate the plan amount for the period starting from the January. Okay. So this particular tab is appearing because you are satisfied both the prerequisite. What are the prerequisite? One is the contract account has been enabled for the budget billing, and the portion is allowing the budget billing. Because of that, we are getting this particular tab. Now we will go to contracts and then select the ID for account determination. It is going to be basically 6060. Go to initial meter reading. At the time of moving, we will say it is 0. Okay, and then save it. Now we will prepare the no additional due dates can be requested in the current period. A periodic metering is scheduled for 30/01. It is finding, okay, the first metering will happen on 30th of January 2020. Do you want to create a budget billing plan starting from 1st of February 2020? Do you want to create a budget billing plan? A periodic meter reading is scheduled 30/01. Okay, I think I made a mistake in the moving document. We will not save it. Okay, moving document is created. Maybe I entered wrongly the date. So that's the reason it is pushing the budget billing to February. So we will redo it. And this is what happened. Other day you were asking how to reverse the moving document. Let's say here I made a mistake. I cannot go ahead with this. So 227 is the moving document what I have prepared. It is not correct. So I want to reverse it. So how to reverse? Because you have done the moving, contract is prepared, but you don't want to go ahead with that. So you want to reverse. To reverse any moving document, you can go to contract account and payable. And sorry, you have to go to customer service and then select the process execution, move in, reverse the moving document. So our last moving document is 227. This is what we prepared. So it is saying currently this is the moving document what we prepared. So select the moving document 227 and then save the reversal. Okay, you are reversing the document, save it. So that means it has reversed the moving document. Again, I can do a fresh moving. So let me go to EC50E. So here I'm going to enter moving date as 01. I entered correctly only 2019. That is December 2019. And the first meter reading will happen in the month of. So let me see what is the scheduled data. Go to scheduling and then the schedule record, display, MR unit. Scheduled meter reading date is 30/01/2019. 30. So we made a mistake in our initial record. The first meter reading is not 30/01/2019. It should be 30 December 2019. That's why we got the error in our what you call the moving document. So let us go and change it. If you change it, then it will go for, you have to produce the new scheduled records. Whatever scheduled records you created, it can be overwritten. Okay. So let's see whether we can do it. Go to schedule master record, portion, change, 60-2. So here we maintained end billing period as 30/01/2019. Okay. So already it is closed because we have done it. We cannot go ahead with this. We cannot overwrite here. So we will create one new MR unit portion. So go to create portion 60-3 portion with BB, portion with budget billing, parameter record 0001, and then end billing period. It is going to be, we entered 01 by mistake. It should be actually December. Okay. So 30th of December, okay, 2019, 30th of December 2019, and then allocation date. Okay, let me see what was the last one we created. Portion change 60-2. Our end billing period maintained 31/01 in January. That's why it was wrong. Okay, so it should be in December. So we create one new portion 60-3 portion with the budget billing, parameter record 0001. The first end billing should happen by 30th of December 2019. Allocation date is 30 December 2019. Scheduled billing date will be 30 December 2019. Months going to be 12 months. And then our budget billing cycle is going to be 01. Budget billing cycle 01, 11 amounts. Okay. So our first metering will happen in the December 2019. Next metering will happen in 30th of December 2020. Okay. So now save it. Now based on this, we will create the MR unit. Go to create 60-3-1 MRU with BB, and our portion is 60-3, and then we will enter the MR form and then save it. Now we are going to create the records. So first we'll create for the portion. So date from, let's say 01/01/2019, 31/12/2023, and then generate. Date from 01/01/2019, but the first billing will happen only in January, in December 2019. Okay. Similarly, MR unit. So now generate 4 records are created, and then MR unit also 4 records are created. Okay. 19, 20, 21, 20, 26. 5 records are created. So if you go to display MR unit, so first scheduled metering is happening in 30th of December 2019. Okay, this is what we wanted. Next will happen in December 2020, like that. And similarly, if you take the portion, the first regular metering billing will happen on 30th of December 2019. Like that, it will continue for the remaining years. So our portion and MRU was wrong. Okay, now it is okay. Now we will go to create the move-in. Go to EC50E. We are doing the move-in in 01/12/2019. We are moving in 1st of December 2019. Contract account 5401. Installation is going to be 229. Go to contracts, ID for account determination, meter reading data, 0, 0, 1, 12. Meter reading happening on 1st of December 2019 as the date of moving, and then save it. No additional. Now create a budget billing plan on 1st of December, February 2020. A periodic meeting scheduled on 30/01/2020. 30/01/2020. Our first meter reading is in December. So why it is showing 30/01/2020? That means in month of December 30/01/2020. It should have been actually 30/12/2019. Then budget billing start in January 2020, but it is saying here 01/02/2020. We don't want this. No. 228. Go to scheduling, display. Oh, the mistake what we did is in the installation, we forgot to change the MRNet. That's why the problem. So here it is not 60-2, it is 60-3-1. Because our MRNet was 40, that's why it was behaving. But now this is our actual MRNet. Now save it. Now we will go to do the moving EC50E 01 December 2019 contract account, and then installation 229. Meter reading is 0, and then save it. Now it is trying to create a budget billing plan, but will not save it. Do you want to save before existing? No, you don't want to save the plan. So now you can create a welcome letter. So the welcome letter is prepared, and then print it, and then continue. So as per our requirement only, the move-in has happened. That means for the very first month after the move-in, we are going to create a meter reading and billing and invoicing. And then from the current month, we are not going to do any meter reading and billing. Straight away, we are going to create the budget billing invoices. But for budget billing invoice to be created, we require the amount. Okay. So where the amount will be calculated, we want to see that. So after doing the move-in, if you go to check the installation is updated with the contract 229. The first billing period is starting from 1st of December 2019. Okay, that means our very first billing will happen for the period starting from 1st of December for the period up to 30th of December. Then from 31st onward, the budget billing period will start. Okay. Now, as far as the rate execution is concerned, the quantity will come from the meter reading, but the price will come from the rate category, because in the previous exercise we maintained at the facts level at the rate category, so you don't have to worry about the price part, it's already available. Okay, so now straight away we'll go to meter reading for the first month that is December 2019. Installation, metering region 01, execute. So our first metering is scheduled for 30th of December 2019 and then create the order. So for this particular metering order, we will enter the metering results EL28. So approximately 580 is the consumption, we will say. That's the meter reading. So for the first month, when you're doing the billing, our value is going to be 580 kilowatt hour. And that is what we're going to do the actual billing. Okay. So now we will save it. Now we will go to prepare the billing EASIBI for the period 30 December 2019, 30 December 2019, 30 December 2019. That means we are preparing the invoice for the actual consumption billing. After the moving first month December, we are doing the metering and billing. So 30 December 2019, the installation 229, and then we will continue. Bill is completed. Now let us see the billing document. Usually we used to have billing document with two line items. The first line item with the quantity, second line item is basically the amount. But in this billing document, we will see there will be four line items. Okay. What are the four line items? We will see. Go to ES31, installation, go to billing periods, and then go to document. This is our billing document. So there will be four line items which are applicable here. There are four line items. The first line item is showing for the period starting from 1st of December 2019 to 30th of December 2019. The actual consumption period 580 is the quantity. So our budget billing period will start from 31st of December 2019. That means from period starting from 31st of December 2019 till 30th of December 2020, there will not be any meter reading. But for that, how much quantity you can expect? Okay. So we can go to line item number 2. For 580, what is the price? It is 12 rupees. So the net price is going to be 6,960. Now it is forecasting the quantity for the budget billing period starting from 31st of December till 30th of December 2020. So if you see the line item, it is forecasting the quantity as 8540. Okay. That means based on the installation consumption period, what you have maintained as 700 units. So 700 divided by 30 per day, it is going to consume 23.33 into 366. It's coming to 8540. That means for 366 days, including the consumption happening on 30th of December 2020, what is the expected consumption? It is coming to 8540. That means for the period starting from 31st of December to 30th of December 2020, for 360 days, what is the amount? What is the quantity? It is calculating as 8540. Now, if this is the expected quantity consumption, what will be the net amount? Net amount will be into 12 rupees. Our rate is 12 rupees. So the amount will come to 1,02,480. Okay. So this is the net amount 102,480 into 10% tax. In the invoice when you do, it will be 10% tax. So it will come to 1,12,728 because this is the net amount. Okay. 102,480 is the net amount on that 10% tax. So including the tax, the budget billing amount for the next 1 year will be 1,12,728 divided by 12. So equal amounts will come to 9394. Okay. So when you prepare the invoice, it will show what are the budget billing amount for the next 11 months. It will be at 9,934. So now we will come back and then we will prepare our invoice. Go to EA19, 30th of December 2019, 30th of December 2019, Reconciliation key, we will say some number L90. Contract account is 5401 and then execute. So now it will take the latest billing document 2314 and then continue. Now invoicing is terminated. We will see what is the reason. Account is not a reconciliation account. Okay, not a problem. So go to FS00. This is a GL account, what you have maintained. Go to the change mode. It is a reconciliation account. To mark it as contract account receivable and payable reconciliation account. Save it. Now we will go to EN19. 30 December, reconciliation key, execute. So now it will prepare the invoice. Actually, when you take the invoice printout, it will show a equal amount you have to pay from the month of January 2019. But I don't know, in our company code, it is not doing the print preview. Although we did the first print preview, subsequently, I don't know. I have to check it. I could not check it. So print preview, if you see, it may or may not show. We'll see. It's not showing. So I'll just check this particular thing. So payment form ID, U in company code, E does not, actually does not matter. Why? Because we have already maintained the company code with the bank transfer U as the print medium. But let me check it. In other company codes we are getting, but here also you got it in the
FPL
first
line we
invoice.
can see now. In FPL line we can see the line item wise description.
FVN line, you can see only the current month billing, isn't it?
Oh,
that is
okay.
But you want to see for the 12 months plan document is also created, so you can see the plan document. Now if you go to the environment display document, it has prepared two documents here. One is the current month billing document, that is 252 figure document, and the budget billing plan. Okay, as far as the current month is concerned, the amount 7656 has been debited to contract account. This is the amount what they have to pay for the month of December. Okay, but from January, what will happen? We are not going to do metering and billing. We're going to prepare the invoices, budget billing invoice. But on what basis we'll prepare the invoice? So it has prepared one budget billing plan. And if you see the plan document, it is showing starting from 25th of January, every month, we're going to prepare for 11 months amounts of 9394. That is what we also calculated. That means the amount including with the tax, okay, 9,934. Now, as far as the customer is concerned, the plan has got no effect on the account receivable. That means plan is created, but it has got no effect on the contract account receivable. But in the case of statistical, the plan will be transporting the data to contract account. So right now, there is no such effect. So if you go to FPL9, we can see for the current month, what is the invoice posted, okay? That is the only amount which is due. So it doesn't show anything about the plan. Okay, as of now, customer has to pay 7,656. Okay, so this we can clear it by the cash payment. Let's say December it did, and January customer made the amount. Company code is 6,000. Contract account is 5401, and value date is 20/01/2020. Reconciliation key, we will say L90. And currency INR, and then select the items. So this is the amount what customer is paying now for the month of December. So 7656 is the amount post. So as of now, there is no balance from the contract account because they already paid for the December. But what will happen from the December? So that we have to see. So tomorrow we'll see how to create the budget billing invoice. Okay, tomorrow. The regular consumption billing is done, but tomorrow we will see how to create the budget billing invoice and how it will reflect in the FICA document. That is what we have to see. Okay, tomorrow.